Hello everybody and welcome back to Test Drive Unlimited 2. I'm your host Valenfor, and in today's episode we are going to make a start with the A7 Championship. I think it's about time we did. And I've just gone and made an absolute booby there. It is actually the A6 Championship we are going to be heading for, not as I previously mentioned. Okay, so the A6 is over here. But again, we've not been anywhere nearby particularly, so we're probably going to have to drive from, I would say, here. This is probably going to be the best direction to travel from if it will let me turn the bloody... Okay, we're going to have to reverse to begin with, but hopefully that shouldn't be too far away. Okay, 4.8 miles, it's not too bad. And we're in our shiny new Camaro as well. Did I mention I love this car? I think I might have done. So, that is the plan for today. We're going to smash our way through the rest of the championships for this island. I'm thinking perhaps to make a start with the next Let's Play, and what we're going to do then is actually split our Let's Plays up. So far our test drive Let's Play seems to be picking up a little bit of traction with regards to views. Unfortunately, the State of Decay one, which I thought would probably get more views than this, hasn't really picked up many views, if I'm perfectly honest with you, which is kind of a shame because it's a really good game. Yeah, I'm just shocked me somewhat that this has been picking up more views than State of Decay. So with that in mind, I'm now going to split my playthroughs across three. So it's now going to be threefold. We're going to be playing this, and I'm going to make a point of uploading a test drive video every day. You know, if and when I can. With regards to State of Decay, we're going to go for, I'm going to say every other day, just whilst we get the second series off the ground, which is actually going to be, I think, we're going to go for the first of the Bioshock games. That's going to have been a little bit of a curveball perhaps for those of you who've been watching my videos, because I know I've mentioned quite a few games, but I'm not sure I've mentioned that one. So yes, that's what we're going to be going for. We're going to pick up on the Bioshock games themselves. Really, really good games. They do make for very good videos, and hopefully that series itself will pick up a lot more traction than State of Decay. And hey, who knows, perhaps with a few more videos being added, we may even
at the next intersection, turn left.
Bring in a few more views for the other series. So that would work out quite well as well. So as I say, I will continue putting up the State of Decay videos for those that want to see them. They just won't be being uploaded as often. So there you go.
Your destination is a half a mile away. At the next intersection, turn left.
And of course, if things get
turn left.
really, really bad with views in general, then I may just take down the series altogether. It would be a shame to do that. I know there are people that I have been watching them, but yeah, it doesn't seem quite as popular as Test Drive. I mean,
you have reached your destination.
Oh, in any case, yeah, here we go. A6.
Today, I'm going to present to you one of our competitors, Stuart Wintery, my father. also known by the nickname The Watchmaker, who just so happens to be the producer of Solar Crown.
Whatever Tess is trying to imply, let me assure you my role on the business side of Solar Crown has no bearing on the outcome of the race. My experience, wisdom, and precision are more than enough to handle a track full of spoiled children who can only consider themselves racers because their daddies bought them a fast car when they were 16.
Let's cut.
Yeah, immediately I really don't like that guy. So we're going to start with the speed trap. It's not a speed trap, sorry, it's the speed style race. And get this one out of the way. Now, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time with one of these races
Hey there.
and try and
What
turn around
drama?
to begin with.
Apparently, the Wilder brothers are squabbling with Stewart again. The pressure of the competition is really starting to show.
We are just going to go with what they throw at us and head straight. And hopefully, heading straight will be enough for us to land the top spot. Now, I don't know what the top spot is going to be for this race in particular. It's usually over 1,000. As no doubt you've seen in the previous videos. So we need to aim to be getting 1,000, and we need to do it without coming off the road, because otherwise we're going to take a penalty, and we don't really want to be taking a penalty. We also don't want to be hitting anything else on the road. Difficult for me, I know, since I treat my cars like bumper cars, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can keep this both on the road and not hitting anything. I know I tend to speak a little bit too soon when it comes to these kind of promises, but I'm fully concentrating today, which I know also makes a difference as well. We'll see how we get on. If we do pants, then we'll try a different route. Wow, we got first. Okay, I really wasn't expecting that. Hey, but we'll take it. First is good for me. So, onwards now for this one. Now this is called Tricky Course. I'm not liking the sound of that. Let's see how we get on. This also coincidentally happens to be
What drama?
4.8 miles, which was the same amount of, or rather the same distance from where we set off in order to get to the A6 Championship, which is a little bit weird, but right, there we go. That's a better start. Oh, I do love this car. Okay, so we've got 13 checkpoints to pass through. It's called Tricky Course. I'm sure it won't be too bad. We can get a penalty though on this, so we'll try not to go off-road. As we found out the hard way in last episode when I tried to skip in order to get that car to its destination quickly and ended up failing miserably. Oh god, and we've already come off the road. So that slowed us down, and we've already got a 64 millisecond penalty. That's not good. And we are already, yeah, we've lost time. Okay. Fingers crossed that isn't gonna bite us in the arse. I really, really don't want to have to do this again. 15 seconds behind. Okay, so we're starting to make time again. Although I said I love this car, the one bad thing in this game for this car specifically is its brakes. It tends to skid a lot longer than it should do. Coming up to the... Oh, okay, that was spot on time-wise. We've got another 6 checkpoints to go through, and we've got to make 68 milliseconds up, or we are going to fail. So, hey, okay, that's better. That was better. Unfortunately, we did put a few more milliseconds on that penalty, so please keep your fingers crossed, guys. Okay, so far so good. Again, this does, for some reason, this car just, well, not the car necessarily, but compared to some of the other races we've been doing, this feels a little bit sluggish. I know it's well, someone might be able to correct me on this if I get this wrong, but I'm under the impression that the Camaro, much like the Mustang, is considered a muscle car. I know it's not a tuner, and I know it's, well, it's American, so I'm of the opinion that it must be a muscle car. If someone can, as I say, if someone can confirm or deny whether I've, my understanding of cars is correct, but and I know that obviously muscle cars, they make up for speed on the straights what they lack going through the corners. Okay, we got first, so that's good. But yeah, it just seems a little bit gutsier than I remember. Hey ho, we're doing fine.
Does our challenger have what it takes for this new timed event?
I do
The
indeed.
moment to prove his worth has finally arrived.
Nope. It's been going for quite some time, Tess. And this is another one that I want to make sure we don't muck up on. Keep the penalties to a minimum. Try and get through all of the checkpoints as quickly as possible while staying on the road. So far we're running at a 7 millisecond penalty. Not too bad. Oh, sorry, I don't mean penalty. You know what I mean. We're behind on time somewhat, and now we're in front. When it comes to the races, I'll be quite interested to see what the NPCs are actually driving. There's bound to be a Camaro or two, I would imagine. I can't actually remember what the other A6 cars were. So, as I say, it will be interesting to see what we end up coming up against, and of course how we perform. I can't remember there being much problem with the other drivers when it came to this. The real challenge, as far as I recall, ends up being when you go to Miami, where the cars just end up sliding all over the place. So okay, so far so good. We're consistently in the lead by just under 1 second, which isn't great, I must admit. Oh god, and we've already gone off. We need to be going at, a lot faster than this. I know we're still positively in the lead, but you know, any one of these can change very, very quickly. And as you can see, we are now behind and we have a penalty, so I need to make up time here. And we're now behind by a second, which really isn't good. That's probably the slowest we've been in all of these. So, damn, come on. May have to redo this one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Fuck off. Oh no. That's terrible. As long as this ends up being straight, or relatively straight, we may end up... Oh, nice, we found the Italian tuna. We may end up making some time here. It might not be enough. No, see? Ah, dear, this is going to require a redo, which is a real shame. Real shame. Although, well, bugger me sideways. And somehow we still managed to pull it out at that last checkpoint. That is ridiculous. Even with the penalty. Crazy. Okay, so we can already see here what we're actually up against. So, Stuart, Tess's father, is actually running in the same car we are. She's running in an Audi TTS Coupe. There's a Nissan 370Z, another Chevrolet Camaro, there's the Subaru Impreza, and an Audi S3. Now you see, that's 3 laps. Let's go for no laps to begin with, just get these ones out of the way. We'll finish with the lap races. Yeah, when it comes to driving games and Audis, I'm always a little bit wary.
The Solar Crown is now in full swing. Suspense is at an all-time high. Who will win this race?
And the reason I say that is, nice enough car in real life that for whatever reason in driving sims, the Audis always perform lackluster. Considerably lackluster than they should do. As you can see, Tess is trying in vain. Who's going to crash? Ooh! I was rather hoping that was going to knock someone out. It didn't. I've got to, on this one, I'll be making up time on the checkpoints as we pass through them, specifically the ones where we end up going in corners. That is because as you can see, Tess is way ahead of me now. I think she's got slightly better acceleration, but maybe not quite as high top speed, perhaps. Her handling will be better as well, though. But one thing you can be sure of in this game is coming up to the higher bends, the NPC racers, they slow down. They slow down for all bends. And luckily that generally means you can get a little bit ahead. I can't actually remember this race being quite this tricky though. Don't think I ever had a problem with this one specifically last time. I would like to get first in all races. Aha! She's got stuck behind it. Nice! That was lucky. No doubt she will pull something out the hat all of a sudden, and suddenly, as I said, the rubber band effect will come into play, and you'll just end up seeing a white blob on the radar suddenly catching me up very quickly. Wow, that was terrible driving, Evan. Get back on that road. Okay, so other than coming off the road just there, which was pretty bad, as I say, Tess is catching us up again. And we've got still quite a way to go. Hopefully they'll end up having a pile up back there and cause them to think twice. The one thing that you really don't want to do in racer games generally is end up being out front about at the time that I am at the moment. Because although it's nice being in first position at this time, you make a fault like that, I'm really not sure how we just managed to survive that, to be honest. Pretty sure I should be lying upside down. Piss off, Tess. Yeah, as I was saying, should you make a mistake, it's harder to come back from it when you're in first, and then you end up losing your position, than if you further back down the pack, and then end up, you know, working your way forwards. I'm sure people understand what it is I'm trying to say, even if I don't understand what it is I'm saying. You get what I mean. It's better to start slowly working your way through the lineup and getting into first before the finish, than end up doing what I've done, which is getting into first earlier on in the race and then making sure you don't mess up. Still not entirely sure how we managed to turn in the air and still land. That was crazy. Still, so far so good, hey?
Hey there! What drama! Apparently the Wilder brothers are squabbling with Stewart again. The pressure of the competition is really starting to show.
And Tess is at it again, so I'm going to just get in front of her to try and slow her down a little bit and make her stay with the rest of the pack back there, because I don't want her taking the lead as quickly as she did last time. That seems to have worked. So, slow. Ooh. So far so good. Wow. Tell you what, I am so glad that I don't drive like this in real life, because leaving the road and landing like that would definitely not do your car any good. It's incredible that some of these racer games don't end up like showing you what would happen if you did land a jump like that, because I'm pretty sure your chassis would be dented and like bent just completely in half after landing something like that, unless you had a serious amount of shock absorbent on your suspension. Because let's face it, that would have dented most things, I would have thought. Alright, how are we doing? Okay, not too bad. We're about 3 seconds ahead. I'm just well aware that those white blobs seem to be catching me up. Even though we are 3 seconds ahead. Stuart is just behind us though. And we're on the hill now, which is slowing us down. Come on. Vaguely again remember, and I might be getting ahead of myself, it might be a later race, but there is one race in particular where you end up going up a hill, and again I can remember that it didn't matter what car you were in, your car seemed to struggle getting up this hill and everyone else was just overtaking you. Really didn't make sense to me. If anyone else has played this game, please comment and just let me know if anyone else experienced that as well. I can't remember which race it was, but there was one particular hill where the NPC drivers just happened to get up the hill quicker than you. Really didn't make much sense to me at the time. So we are left with just the lap race to complete, and that is the first half, and perhaps the only half, of the A6 Championship to complete.
I wonder if anyone will be able to compete with me today. I'm feeling in top form.
Now, just to quickly mention, you may notice that none of the cars look particularly special. Like they did in the C4 Championship and the B4 Championship, with Miami and Ryan's cars being special. The reason for that is that there is no challenge from any of the NPCs after we finish the championship off. So we're not going to be winning anyone's car at the end of this, much the same as we didn't actually win anyone's car at the end of the A7 championships, which is kind of annoying. But you know, you could always use free cars. That's not a problem. So in the lead so far, we're still on our first lap. I think we might be we're nowhere near to coming up to our first lap. I think we've got another 3 checkpoints to pass through, perhaps. But yeah, they're not catching us up, which is good. So long as I don't make any massive mistakes here, we should be good to go. And this, I think, is going to be our second lap starting. There we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. So in probably around, I would imagine, 3 or 4 videos time, we are going to be in sunny Miami. And then of course the whole vicious cycle continues again. We have to go out and find ourselves new licenses, specifically C3, B3, and then I think, again, I still haven't checked this, so sorry about that, but I think it's the A5 and A4 licenses, and I will be picking those up almost immediately, just so that we can access the championship races. Directly after that, then, we've got to work on those other A licenses, and that is, as I said previously, that's going to be a lot of me tearing my hair out, and I will record all of it, but it may just be me putting in the completed trials, perhaps leaving in a few muck-ups, if they're decent muck-ups, if you know what I mean. Oh my days, come on. I got round that bend easier last time. No, Tess, I don't think so. Wow, I can't make that mistake again. If that happens, they're all going to win. So let's concentrate. Last lap. Okay. Handbrake turns actually stop the car from responding properly. Not unlike any of the other cars we've driven so far, so I've got to remember that. I think this car requires a tiny bit of braking for certain corners, and then just coasting into it. But specifically for these massive bends, you really got to slow down and just put your foot on the throttle completely and just hope for the best. So yeah, those licenses, I know I'm not looking forward to them. But hey, we just do our best, right? That's all we can do. And I will complete them. There's nothing stopping me just getting them done. But I'm just a little bit concerned that, you know, they might be just horrible, like they were the last time I did them. So there we go. That is the A6 low championship completed. We've just seen that we've unlocked the high championship, so there is definitely another championship to go.
All eyes turn towards our challenger with this victory in the Asphalt Championship. Where will this ascent end? The answer in the next round.
And what have we got here? Ugh. Right, so where is the A6? The A6 is here for the high championship. And yeah, can't start it. Obviously, I'm not going to. But luckily, we're not too far away from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive over to where it is, so that in the next episode we can just start it without having to, make a massive journey over there. What I'll do is I'll just unlock the road itself, and then we're just going to make a quick stop off to finish the episode a bit further up north, where I've unlocked a road, and somewhere I'm sure everybody will know. So let's just make sure that this road has been unlocked by doing this. Okay, bank that, and we shall head up again, over here, and we are going to head, if it will, oh, this is so annoying. Come on, come on, turn around, goddamn you. Oh, that'll do. Right, okay, here we go. I'm sure everyone remembers that sign. I hope everybody does. From the beginning of the game, where we started with a Ferrari, and of course we can't take the photo. Starting to get a little bit annoyed with these photos, if I'm entirely honest with you. It's actually, we've just missed it. Just missed it. 7 PM and it's 16 minutes past 7. Right, okay. Well, that's what we'll do next time as well. So if you've liked this episode, guys, please leave a like. Obviously, leave comments. Always happy to hear what everyone thinks. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Pleasure to meet you. Please subscribe, as it helps to build this channel and to really build on the foundations of what this channel will eventually one day become. As always, guys, really hope you've enjoyed this episode. Enjoy those meals. Thanks and good night. Much love. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.